Hello, I am Umesha Yama. In the last class, I am discussing regarding the introduction, meaning and definition of ethics. Now I am going to discuss regarding types of ethics. Here, ethics are mainly classified into four types. The first one is metaethics. Metaethics is the area of philosophy in which thinkers explore the language and nature of moral discourse and its relations to other non moral areas of life. In clear tabular format, he summarizes the core concept integral to each of the major meta ethical positions. Here, metaethics explores as well as the connection between values, reasons for action, and human motivation, asking how it is that moral standards might provide us with reasons to do or refrain from doing as it demands. And it addresses how many of the issues commonly bound up with the nature of freedom and its significance. Here, metaethics is the study of moral thought and moral language rather than addressing questions about what practices are right and wrong. Here, metaethics is mainly concentrating on the thought, that is moral thought and moral languages, but it does not specify how to practice that one, that is what practices are right and wrong and what our obligations to other peoples. It does not tells, but it only, that is, gives information regarding moral thought and moral language. Next type of ethics is normative ethics. Normative ethics is the branch of moral philosophy or ethics concerned with criteria of what is morally right or and wrong. Here, in the case of normative ethics, it describes, that is, which is morally right and wrong. Here, normative ethics includes the formulation of moral rules that have direct implications for what human actions, institutions, and ways of life should be like. Here, in the case of normative ethics, it formulates the moral rules in the case of human actions. For example, in the case of human being, how to interact with the peoples, how to behave, either in the case of the emergencies or in the case of if something happened, if some event occurs at the time, how to behave in the particular situations. That is, it formulates the moral rules that have direct implications for human actions and in the case of institutions and ways of life. In the case of institutions also, that is how to behave morally or how to go by the moral activities in the particular institutions. And in the case of leading the lives, what are the rights and responsibilities, what are the ways and means to do go by morally. And normative ethics is the study of ethical behavior and is a branch of philosophical ethics that investigates the questions that arise regarding how one ought to act in a moral sense. That is, in the particular sense, how to act. The central question of normative ethics is determining how basic moral standards are arrived at and justified. The answers to this question fall into two broad categories. One is deontological and another one is teleological or consequentialist. The principal difference between them is that deontological theories do not appeal to value considerations in establishing ethical standards, while teleological theories do. In the case of deontological theories, use the concept of their inherent rightness in establishing such standards, while teleological theories consider the goodness or value brought into being by actions as the principal criteria of their ethical value. Deontological theories thus stress the concepts of obligation, out duty, and right and wrong, while teleological theories lay mainly stress on the good, the valuable, and the desirable. Deontological theories set forth formal or relational criteria such as equality or impartiality. Teleological theories, by contrast, provide material or substantive criteria, as for example, happiness or pleasure. And next, third type of ethics is applied ethics. Here, applied ethics refers to the practical application of moral considerations. Here, in the case of first one and the second one, in the case of first one, that is only thought regarding morality, and in the applied ethics refers to the how it is applied, that is practical application of moral considerations. It is ethics with respect to real world actions and their moral considerations in the areas of private and public life. It may be a private or may be a public life, but how to go by real world actions, the professions, health, technology, law, and leadership. The case of normative ethics is interested in determining the content of our moral behavior. Applied ethics attempts to deal with the specific realms of human action and to craft criteria for discussing issues that might arise within those realms. Applied ethics is the philosophical examination from a moral standpoint of particular issues in private and public life that are matters of moral judgment. It attempts to use philosophical methods to identify the morally correct course of action in various fields of human life. For example, is getting an abortion immoral? Is affirmative action right or wrong? Do animals have rights as well? These are the examples of applied ethics. Next, last one is descriptive ethics. In the case of descriptive ethics, is describing how people behave and or what sorts of moral standards they claim to follow. Here, in the case of applied, that is practical applications. In the case of descriptive ethics, it describes how people behave and are what sorts of moral standards they claim to follow. Descriptive ethics incorporates research from the fields of anthropology, psychology, sociology, and history as a part of the process of understanding what people do or have believed about moral norms. This is regarding different types of, that is main four types of ethics, that is first one, second one, third one, and the last one is descriptive ethics. Thank you.